What's up, guys? Right into the thick of things today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. Check out the Lil Yachty album if you haven't already. Spiritual. Anyways, today what we're checking out here is we're gonna do a little deep dive into Boots post-nerf. I think just to preface, I think my overall opinion is that Boots are still #1 in the game. And they're only slightly weaker than what they were like pre-patch. Bet. Nice. That's like a perfect way to start this off. I think biggest change is... Wow, that hit me. The biggest change is that you need to use your Sarah differently. Previously, you could do like all the time for like up until red pretty much. You'd be looking at using the active input Sarah, which is the one that like kicks forward and you follow them. But now they have drastically nerfed the force of that move. So you only really want to do it at like 0-0 or if they don't have a dodge, because we dodged up. Because they nerfed the stun and the distance. So like there, he could have dodged, he just didn't. And like against like better players, you're gonna have people dodging out of your strings now. From Sarah. And then the backwards version of Sarah just has so much more force. So like there it just kills him. Where like previously in the last patch you could go for either option. Now you need to go for the backwards option because they nerf the force so much of the forward version. Another change, it's almost never worth it to go for recovery as a kill option. Now this is an important thing to note. Recovery is an excellent string move. Like, using it not to kill, not in kill percent, is very, very, very good. The move is extremely active, and the startup frames are low. So using it as an option, like, in your strings is good. Like, you should still find a way to utilize recovery as an offensive move. But in kill percent, because they nerfed the force so drastically of the move, most times it's better to just go for Sarah out of delay. But like obviously, you know, you have like Nair into recovery as a string. It's still gonna be your best string out of Nair. Like, it's not worth it trying to go for an unconfirmed option as opposed to recovery. But it's just something to keep in mind because previously recovery was already not that good, like at killing. But now it is very, very, very not good at killing. Like, unless you're at the very top already, like, that doesn't even kill. You have to be very high in the air for recovery to be a better option than just doing Sarah. Like, that kills, and I don't even think, like, delay recovery would have killed there. Because it's so nerfed. And then the other thing is you need to be mindful about using your ground pound now. It's... Lots of skill expression is there and available for you, because if you guys have ever played gauntlets, you'll know that using gauntlet ground pound, when you release early, you actually extend your hitbox lower faster than if you were to just like wait for the ground pound to auto release. And that is now true for Boots. They drastically reduce the size of the of that hitbox when you don't auto release. So like letting an auto release rip there, like literally what I just did, because I auto released, my hitbox extended and I was able to beat the recovery. If I just let that ground pound sit and hold and tried to let it auto release for me, the recovery would have beaten me out because the hitbox is so small. Other than that though, it's like pretty much an unchanged weapon. Like, you can still abuse. Dare is ridiculous, end lag, no diff. Like, sidelight is a disgustingly strong move. It's just very, very, very good still. I'm very curious to see how Boots are utilized worldwide, but mainly in NA, because top players in this game do this thing where they'll just complain about balance, but they just refuse to play what they think is like the best weapon. And at least in my opinion, Boots is the best weapon, and I think that's a sentiment that's shared a lot among top players. So I'm curious to see how many people actually end up like committing to playing boots. If anything has been proven over the years about new weapons, it's that it's almost always worth it to invest early in new weapons. Every weapon that's been released since like, let's see, let's go. That was an insane hit. Like, this character would be so OP on this map if that was a thing. Yeah, like, all the weapons that have been released since the game came out have won lands, pretty much. Like, Orb won BCX Insta the year it came out, Scythe won BCX Insta the year after it came out, Greatsword won BCX every BCX, Greatsword won. Like, last 3 weapons that came out, they won the next BCX. Maybe I'm confusing it. Like, Cannon hasn't won, but Cannon won 2s. So, like, new weapon power creep is real, whether, like, it seems obvious or not. And, like, just the amount gained just by playing a weapon that people are not familiar with is so massive. Like, it's so underrated, man. Oh, man. That was good. That was a nice stare from Jackie Chan 97. I'm always curious about people with like numbers in their name like this, because 97 is like a year thing. But like, dude, it's so crazy to think, like, I'm getting so old. When I was younger, like someone born in 97, I always think about them as like someone who's like 18. But I'm 20 now. Someone who was born in 97 is 26. It's just like, god damn, the time flies. I've always wondered about like why people don't just like play unique weapons, because it's mostly locked to like one-tricking weapons. That is like a thing. Like there's Greatsword one-tricks, but like there's like this group of weapons that is shared between most players. Like most top players have a acceptable Katars, sword, hammer, and spear. Those 4 weapons are like so commonly played amongst all top players that I just don't understand why there's not like more weapons on that list. It's just like food for thought. Something to think about. Oh man, that was faster maybe. Oh, D-Sig, dude. Wait a bit there, don't want to get gimped. D-Sig is very good, or Ground Pound is very good. Feels super good. Boom, D-Sig. Yeah. Curious. Oh, that was good. I like reacted very slow to that. Boom, there, he's dead. Legendary, just so legendary. I had a thought, but I forgot it now. I'm disappointed. What is this thought? I'm trying to bring it back to me. I'm trying to summon it from within. Okay, buddy, let's get serious. Ground Pound that. Insig. Well, new thought, I guess. Now I need to... I'm like so caught up in this thought. Dude, Sidelight? Sidlight's so disgusting, man. Oh, he's taunting me. Oh, I actually taunted this guy in the end of the last video, I just remembered. But it's because I'm doing my battle pass. So it's like, whatever. Boom. Oh, that was good. Ensig. Is he dead? Taunt? Nice. Got it off. Let's go. It came back to me, the thought. What I was gonna say is, I've thought about this a lot, actually, and I still, like, don't really understand it. Because there's, like, all these weapons that people just don't touch, and it's, like, it seems like they just don't click for people. Like, even top players, like, guns, for example, like, nobody plays guns other than, like, literal one-tricks of the weapon. And then, like, when somebody who's not a one-trick, or, like, somebody who's played it for many years, you can immediately tell, like, the gap. Which is so weird to me, because I always have felt that this game, like, all the weapons are pretty similar. Like, they're all, at the end of the day, it's, like, mostly just a flowchart. You just need to learn the flowchart, and then, like, most of the game is independent of weapons, and it's, like, it's mostly about your movement and how you play neutral, which is, like, all the weapons play the same neutral, pretty much. You just, like, need to pick your opportunities precisely. You need to be, like, precise with when your opportunities are. And I guess, like, it is slightly different across all weapons, like when you actually have an opportunity, because some weapons have like different, like they cover in different ranges and stuff. But I feel like all top players are like capable of playing all the weapons. Like I don't think like people who play sword are like incapable of playing like quote unquote harder weapons, in the sense that like less people play them. That's why they're considered harder, because less people play them, but I don't think they're actually that much harder. It's just like interesting to me because like, I don't know. I just don't get it. Honestly. I straight up just don't get it. I feel like some players' skill sets are refined, and they would be better if they played a different weapon, but they just stick to like these bread and buttery weapons like sword, spear, hammer, guitars. I don't know. I forgot to taunt, man. So disappointing. Honestly, like that skill and this whole like thing that I've been talking about in the last game, I feel like that is what separates the extremely elite players from the people who are just like occasionally in top 8 or like top 3. Like the flexibility and ability to play other weapons increases your overall understanding and knowledge of the game so much. And like, just like for example, the amount of time that I have spent playing like all the weapons all together is actually like not that much. Like my actual in-game hours compared to some top players, honestly compared to most top players, especially considering how long I've played, like the amount of years that I've been playing the game, my in-game time is low relatively, like to what you would expect. But my time like in training mode spent like understanding all the weapons and like what actually like the win cons are and like all the little nuances of those things, like that is so much more like meaningful and like impactful in my opinion than like just grinding out like one weapon over and over. Because like you learn all the matchups, and that helps you understand like what people are actually going for in different situations so much more, which like increases your overall game sense, and then it also like it just helps you so much. I don't know. Like if you are like somebody who cares a lot about like wanting to be pro in this game, that is advice that I would hold on to. Like I think it's very important, and I think it's better than just like one-tricking weapons. I think trying to understand all of them is so important. I try to dash spot dodge, but I just can't play the game. Alright, this video is winding down here. Let's cook this guy up. Getting a dodge. I feel like just de-sigging here is probably going to be good. That sig is so high startup. I used to think that sig was very good, but I'm not sure anymore. I don't know. Like, this sig is disgusting. It's so broken. Reverse de-sig. Taunt. Nice. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. I definitely strayed away from the boots topic, but I hope you guys learned something or found it interesting what I was talking about. Catch you guys on the flip. Peace out. Have a good day.